You spend $2,000, the motor dies at 18 months, and the warranty line goes quiet. Or the power fails and you are stuck folded in half at 2 a.m. Here is what the showroom never tells you. Under almost every one of these beds is the same motor from the same few factories. The badge is not the product. The service behind it is. Here are 7 adjustable beds worth buying, and 3 everyone gets wrong. 7. The Lucid L300. Start with the cheapest, honest way into this category. The L300 is the budget base you find folded in a box on Amazon, and normally that is exactly the trap. But what most shoppers never realize is that even here, the motor usually comes from one of the same drive technology houses, names like Oken, Limos, and Richmat, that quietly power the expensive beds too. It does not pad the listing with fake features either. Independent head and foot incline, USB ports, a memory position, a quiet motor, and a weight rating around 750 pounds. And here is the tell that earns the spot. 2 9-volt batteries drop into the power supply. So, when the electricity fails, you lower the bed flat by hand instead of lying trapped in it until morning. That single feature is missing from bases that cost 5 times more. The catch is the coverage. The warranty runs 10 years on paper, but the real protection is front-loaded into the early years. So cost it over 5 years, treat it as the honest budget entry it is, and know that the question has already stopped being price. It is who stands behind it. Number 6. Maloof structures. Step up from the budget tier and the build gets more serious, but so does the fine print, and reading it is the entire lesson. Maloof has been in the sleep business for around 20 years, and its structures bases ship with a sleep trial and a 20-year warranty, which sounds bulletproof until you read the tiers. Year 1 covers everything, parts and labor. Years 2 through 5, parts only, and now you pay the freight. From year 6 through 20, the coverage explicitly excludes electronics, electrical components, drive motors, and massage motors. Read that again. The 20-year number is real, but the motor, the exact part guaranteed to fail soonest, falls out of coverage after year 5. Here's why that matters, far beyond Maloof. That same exclusion shows up in warranty after warranty across this industry, because none of these brands build the motor. They buy it from suppliers led by Oken, the Duert-Oken group out of Jiaxing, China, that invented the double drive and then refused to insure it long term. So when a brand waves a 20-year warranty at you, do not read the headline. Read the exclusions, find the motor, and count how many years it is truly protected. On Maloof, that answer is 5. Number 5, the Saatva Adjustable Base Plus. Now, the direct-to-consumer play that quietly beats the mattress store using the store's own supplier. Saatva sells this base online, once called the Lineal, with an 850-pound capacity, full-body massage, wall hugger movement, underbed lighting, and a 25-year warranty where the first 5 years are fully covered. It arrives by free white glove delivery, assembled in your bedroom, with your old base hauled away at no charge. Here's the detail that reframes the whole purchase, and Saatva prints it in its own warranty. This base is made for them by Leggett and Platt, the same Leggett and Platt whose frames sit under a long list of the brands you have been shopping. So you are not buying a Saatva invention. You are buying the industry's benchmark base direct, with 25 years of coverage and setup included, instead of paying a mattress chain to stamp its logo on the identical frame and mark it up. The one trade-off is that there is no sleep trial and no returns on this base, so measure your room and buy once. If you want the best-known base without the retail markup, this is the cleanest shortcut to it. Number 4, the Sleep Number FlexFit. This is the smart bed everyone argues about, so let me settle the part that matters, the base underneath it. The FlexFit is the flagship of the Sleep Number line, with head and foot articulation, zero gravity, massage, foot warming, automatic snore adjustment, and sleep tracking built in. And here's the part almost nobody checks before paying. The FlexFit base is warrantied by Leggett and Platt, the very same OEM behind Saatva's base. The coverage is the classic 2-5-25 structure, and once again, the 25-year headline explicitly excludes electronics, electrical components, and the drive motors, the same confession you just learned to spot. If you are learning something, subscribe, because I break down a different corner of this industry every week. And the number 1 base fixes the exact flaw hiding inside every bed on this list. So the FlexFit's real weakness is not the frame. It is that the whole system locks you to a Sleep Number mattress and Sleep Number's service, with no way to swap in another company's parts. Buy it if you truly want the automation and the tracking. Just do not buy it believing the 25-year number protects the motor, because in writing, it does not. Number 3, Reverie. Now, the brand that treats the motor the way this whole category should, as a part that will eventually fail and therefore should be fixable. Reverie has been building adjustable bases since 2003 and holds around 100 patents with an 850-pound capacity and genuinely whisper-quiet motors. But the reason it earns this spot is one design choice almost no competitor makes. Reverie's bases are modular. When a motor or a control unit dies, you replace that single component instead of scrapping the entire frame and buying a fresh $2,000 base. Every brand above the budget tier runs a bought-in commodity motor and quietly drops it from coverage after a few years. Reverie is the one that designed the bed around the assumption that the motor is the thing that goes, so it built the frame to be opened and serviced. That is the repairability test. The rest of the category fails. A base you fix for the price of one part, spread across 20 years, quietly costs less per year than the sealed unit you replace whole. Add a 20-year warranty on the motorized parts and open compatibility with almost any mattress, and you have the base built to survive the exact failure everyone else's warranty walks away from. If you plan to keep a bed for a decade, buy the one you are allowed to fix. Number 2, the Tempur-Pedic Ergo. This is the premium badge, and for once it is honestly earned as long as you know what you are paying for. The Ergo, also sold as the Pro Smart Base, is the most polished smart base on the market. With automatic snore response that raises your head about 12 degrees, sleep tracking with daily coaching, a 57-degree head tilt, USB ports, underbed lighting, and zero gravity. Here is the honest part. This base is not built inside Tempur-Pedic. It is made by Ergomotion, the largest adjustable base producer in the world, a company that manufactures through Keeson in Jiaxing, China, holds more than 500 patents, and has sold roughly 8 million bases across 30 countries while supplying over 250 different brands. So a real slice of your money is the Tempur name on an Ergomotion frame. What the premium genuinely buys you is the best software integration in the category and a large service network standing behind the base when a motor needs attention, which is the whole thing the anonymous power base can never offer. So buy the Ergo if you will actually use the smart features every night. If you will not, you are paying a premium for a badge on a base you could get for less. Number 1, buy the Leggett & Platt base directly. Here's the punchline the entire list has been climbing toward. Leggett & Platt is the largest maker of adjustable bases in North America, and it private labels those bases to a long line of the brands you have spent this video shopping. Saatva's premium base is theirs. Sleep Number's warranty is theirs. It is the frame hiding under the markup all across the showroom floor. Its own bases, sold under names like the S-Cape, the Prodigy, the Symmetry, and the Simplicity, come with wall hugger movement, massage, underbed lighting, and a 20-year warranty, the same hardware the rebadgers resell for more. But the real reason it wins is the part no reseller can copy. Leggett & Platt runs a dedicated warranty department 6 days a week, keeps more than 600 service technicians across the United States, and stocks parts for the entire life of your warranty. Remember the fear this list started with, the motor that dies and the phone that never rings back? This is the company with the parts and the people to actually pick up. When the motor is a commodity everyone shares, the service is the entire purchase. So skip the badge, go to the source, and buy the base that every other brand is quietly reselling to you at a markup. So those are the 7 worth your money. Now the 3 everyone gets wrong, because a bed like this is judged by its badge far more than by the motor sealed inside it. First, Purple. People assume Purple engineers its whole bed the way it engineers that grid mattress, so the adjustable base must be uniquely its own. Here is what Purple prints on its own support pages. The warranty on its adjustable bases is covered by Ergomotion, and when the base breaks, the number you call is Ergomotion's. In other words, the Purple base is an Ergomotion frame, the very same maker behind the Tempur-Pedic Ergo. It carries a 10-year warranty, shorter than the Leggett & Platt bases above it, and on the Ascent, there was no sleep trial and a restocking fee if you sent it back. So, you are paying the Purple markup for a base Purple did not build, at a price that sits well above the same maker frames you can buy under other labels. Judge the frame, not the mattress logo printed on the end of it. Second, the anonymous Amazon Power Base. Everyone treats a $300 base with head, foot, massage, USB, and an app as a steal. And on paper, the feature list looks incredible. Here's the trap. That price buys a generic motor, the kind sold as a one-size replacement compatible across Oaken, Duart, and Limos, bolted to a light frame with no company behind it. When it quits in 18 months, there is no warranty department, no parts network, and no one to call. And that glowing 5-star average is often a wall of incentivized reviews, not a decade of real owners. These are fine as a short-term base for a spare room. Just never confuse the longest feature list with the longest lifespan, because the two are usually opposites. Third, Zinus, written off as flimsy junk, and that is the mistake. The Smart Adjust does the core job honestly: wall-hugging movement, head and foot incline, USB ports, a 650-pound rating, and a 5-year warranty for a fraction of the premium price. Now read that warranty, and you will find the exact same line as Maloof and Sleep Number. After the first couple of years, it stops covering the drive motor. That is not Zinus cutting a corner. It is proof the motor inside is the same commodity class the expensive beds run. For a guest room or a first adjustable bed, the base everyone dismisses hides the same motor as the one they overpay for. The only thing you give up is the badge, and the badge was never the part that moved. Judge the motor's maker, not the mattress badge. Buy the base with the service behind it. Subscribe for more breakdowns.